Hi everyone. Today I'm going to talk about a specific author. It's Fredrik Bachman. He lives in, as we can see here, Stockholm, Sweden. He has written many books, and some of them I have really loved. I haven't read every book he's written, but many of them are really good. So I'm going to talk about a few here today and then really kind of delve into one of them. One of them is this Deal of a Lifetime. I read it, very short book. I read it within one evening. It was very fast going. Major twist at the end of it that I was not expecting. So might be kind of fun to read, just for you to know. Another book is Beartown. I have that one also. I'm in the middle of it. It's all about hockey and hockey in a town. And of course, this is all in his native country where these take place, because you'll come across little words here and there within the book that they talk about in his country. Another one I have read is My Grandmother Asked Me to Tell You She's Sorry. Very good book. It's about a little girl gets to go around her apartment building and find out all these little clues about all these people that her grandmother had compiled together into this apartment building, and she learns a lot about her grandmother in the process. And one of the people in the apartment building was Britt Marie. So this is the next book in that series. I haven't read it yet. I'm anxious to get into reading it. I know my mother currently is reading Anxious People, and she says that I'm going to want to read it. So that'll be the next one I'll probably get into. The book I'm going to focus on is called A Man Called Uwe. This was the first book I bought and started reading, couldn't put it down. It really focuses on what the power of one can be. This one man, Uwe, he's a little OCD going on. He has to walk around the area through all the houses and make sure everything is locked up and every bike is where it's supposed to be. The garage doors are all locked. You know, he does his perimeter walk every day, checking everything out. He had a wife that was injured in an accident, paralyzed. So she was in a wheelchair. She did a lot for people, and people really loved her. And he just feels that people don't love him. He doesn't realize the changes he helped and brought about in people's lives. And even you can see this little cat here. He ends up adopting a stray cat. They talk about the cat in the book, and the cat's attacked by a dog and he defends the cat, but yet he doesn't like the cat. So he's just really a grumpy old guy, but he is hilarious. He actually gets into a fight with a clown in this book at one point. And so it's just things that he does, and then Parvana moves in next door with her husband and her children. And Uwe always has nicknames for everybody. So her husband is called the tall, skinny guy that can't drive a car because he backed over Uwe's mailbox when he was moving in. Because apparently, according to Uwe, you have to be able to back up a car if you're a man. So he's he's hilarious to read about. And he doesn't realize, again, as I say, I can't say it enough, how much he affects people with just the little things he does. And so another thing too, here on Amazon, they have it. If you have Prime, you can watch the video for free. It is in a different language, so you have to read the subtitles, but it is really good. I watched it, I read the titles. Once you get used to it, it's awesome. And at this moment in time, I keep hearing that we're making an American version of it with Tom Hanks as Uwe. So I'm anxious to really see that one come out and see what happens and see how Tom Hanks plays Uwe. It will be good because I know Tom Hanks can really pull that off. But again, it's a power of one. It's the little things that Uwe does. He thinks he can't fight these people that have white shirts. That's what he calls them, the men in white shirts. His whole life, someone would come up with white shirts, the firemen, the city people, and just kind of ruled over him. It's like, nope, you can't have this, can't do that, can't do this, can't do that type thing. And he always felt he couldn't fight them because they kind of were the head of everything. But he does, and he just affects so many people's lives that he didn't think he could. And it's with the help of Parvana that does it and shows him. And the book opens with Uwe in a store, and he's trying to buy an iPad, which is for one of Parvana's children, the oldest daughter. And Uwe gets in a fight with the store clerk. So I really encourage you to read it. It's a hilarious book. It's a heartwarming book. At times it tears your heart apart, but other times you're just laughing. So I hope you pick it up and read it, or I hope you watch the movie on Amazon, or you get into the one when they actually bring it out with Tom Hanks. So I hope everyone has a good weekend.